Disclaimer. The following program delves into sensitive political, moral, and religious topics. The host's unique perspectives may challenge traditional viewpoints and provoke thoughtful conversations. That's the point, though. Viewer discretion is advised, as the content is intended for mature audiences who appreciate nuanced discussions on complex subjects. The content discussed here is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the show. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Fourth Wall Podcast Show. I'm your host, CeeJayy the Architect. Here with, of course, every night.
Hey, how's it going, man? It's your boy Taus. You know, got some hometown legends over here tonight.
Yes, yeah, we got y'all can't see really, but we got a full studio tonight. Like we said, season 2, we trying to ramp it up quick. But yeah, very highly anticipated episode / guest we got tonight, hailing from, like you said, from our hometown of MoVal.
The murder.
But yeah, we got a legend with us tonight. Legend in the making.
Yeah.
Young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
A black businessman.
Say that.
But yeah, let's give it up for McDuffie, man.
Yeah, what's happening? We in. You feel me?
Got the whole MV on lock, man.
Yeah, you feel me? We trying to. You feel me? We doing our thing, man. So it's nonstop. We gonna get there though. But we trying to turn it up. I appreciate y'all having me, man. For real.
Yeah, man. Like we said, well, we've been on your pod a couple times, or at least I was on a couple times.
It's an animated discussion for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like a 2.5 hour episode.
It's gonna be a little different tonight. We gonna get into more, broader topics than just the music, But that's the fun of it,
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
We like having that, outside perspective on these issues because you get to see it from we're kind of just like, we're lost in the sauce at this point. We're just so it's good to just get an opinion from someone who's not lost in the sauce still, is grinding on that, I like to call pedestrian, plane. Where it's like you're still, you're grinding, you're kind of doing that everyday thing. And we see you grinding all the time. I tell these guys, like, one thing I at least admire about you is, like, you're always working.
Thank
like,
you,
consistency, always putting out stuff. That takes a lot of, like, that takes something. Like, that's, not everybody can do that. So that's one thing I'm always like, hey, he's always posting shit. He's always putting stuff out. Like,
I appreciate that, man.
So
McDuffie's always taking over the timelines on Instagram, man.
That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Some people give me a lot of shit for it. Like, oh, you post too much. You do too much. I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep flooding.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Don't be mad because you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get flooded, then
that's the thing. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Like, it's not going nowhere. We promote nonstop.
Before we go any further, I do want to give a quick toast.
Yeah, let's do that.
We're drinking from you got to keep it up with the soju, Jinro.
Yeah,
Shout out to the soju people over there in Japan,
Oh, shout out to Celsius too, man.
Man.
The cancer can wait, but in the meantime, you're gonna lose weight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, don't drink energy drinks if you don't have to, bro. You need that natural energy. You can go to your local, Sprouts Market, Farmers Market, get you some ashwagandha, Don't
when you need a little like senzu bean right here and now, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, don't be doing that.
People got tunnel vision sometimes.
Don't be doing that. So. But cheers to y'all.
Salud.
Cheers. Fourth Wall Podcast.
Yeah, fucks with it.
It's just like juice.
Right.
We doing the peach today. So yeah. Actually, but also before getting into it, I guess more celebration is in place, man. Basketball season just started. That's my favorite time to bet. Again, we ain't telling you or encouraging you to, but it's legal now, so we can say this shit. But yeah, shout out
Steak,
to
holla at us, man.
Shout out to, man, forget Steak, man. Underdog, man. I got to shout out to y'all. Shout out to KD. I'm one of the little Suns. The Clipper game, first into it, dome game last night. I had some money on that game. And KD, he brought a a good amount of lump sums into my bank account last night. So shout out to him being clutch.
Shout out, KD.
It was looking
Shout out,
bad.
KD.
I ain't going. I was thinking of some plans because there was a point in obviously they went to overtime, but yeah, there was a point in the game where I was like, damn, I gotta think of a backup plan because I might have lost a lot of.
It's gonna be interesting, man. You know, I mean, I'm guessing we all hoop heads over here, but I think the first time in our lifetime, you know, the Clippers got their own place. You know,
About
Yeah, give
fucking
him credit,
time.
man.
Get
It
the
looked
fuck
nice.
out of the crypto, out the Staples.
Not even crypto.
They added
Crypto.
it. Get their own shit. Go
Rest in
do
peace
your
to the
own
Staples.
thing.
Rest in peace to the old Lakers. Rest in peace,
You
Kobe
know,
Bryant, man.
I'm just too much of a Lake Show fan. It's about time. They used to try to take our banners down
Yeah,
when they would
man,
have
it's,
home games. You better keep the motherfucking
was getting
Kobe
kinda
banners
sad,
up.
you know?
The Shaq banners up.
I think there's
bitch.
like a voodoo with them. You know, I think they had to get the hell out of there. You know what I mean? Either that or
They not
move to
gonna
a
get a
different
chip.
city. You know, so
I don't see a chip coming in any time. Kawhi.
I mean, PG
man.
out of there.
Hey,
bro.
shout out to Kawhi, IU legend, but bro, ain't even
PG
playing the game.
outta
Like he
there,
just,
bro.
yeah, man. But no, shout out to KD, shout out to the Suns, and I'm just happy about basketball being back.
that boy
I'm
Kawhi,
sure-
man, he's spamming them PTO hours.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all saw LeBron get to
Yeah.
play with Bronny.
Yeah.
On was it Tuesday?
Yeah.
How'd y'all feel about that? How seeing that? I
It's
mean,
dope.
yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I mean, bro, being able to play with your son like on
You
the same
know,
court, like that's crazy.
And you know, because we Kobe fans. So, like, Bron coming to the Lakers, it was like, okay.
And
You know,
ain't
so
even
now
about that,
I
man.
would say
I'm over that, man. I'm over
yeah,
that
I'm a Bron
pettiness.
fan. I'm a Bron fan. And so seeing that moment, it was dope. We went up, 19, bring Bronny in for 5 minutes.
That and
You feel me? He
shout
might
out
not-
to JJ Redick too, because that was a smart thing to do. We're
game.
already up. Bronny, get in there. Let's get in, then win the game still. Like so.
Yep.
Yeah, they look good first game. But yeah, the whole Bronny thing. There was one point. Again, like I started betting. There was one of the bets to take was, is Bronny gonna like make a basket, like score 1 point?
He
I
almost
was just
had a
laughing. I'm
basket.
like, bro, like we've really come down to this. Like this, it's all a show at this point. Like, oh, let's put Bronny. Like we're watching him. Like he ain't ready for the league. You can't just put him in 2 minutes every game and expect him to, So it's like, bro, just send him to the G League. Like we ain't,
Well,
let's not.
Isn't I figured that's what they're gonna do, right? Like he's gonna spend some time because people do both, right?
Yeah.
they'll still because he's not gonna get that much burn.
You think
unless
so?
we're blown out. But I don't know. I really don't know. I've heard rumors of that.
I don't know about y'all, man, but I feel like in the last few years that Bron's been on the team, I think the fact that the Lakers is like a reality show has been more and more evident. You know, I mean, look, I don't know if y'all watched preseason. That Oliveri dude or whatever his name was, man, he's pretty nice, man.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a hooper.
he should have a roster
Connect
spot.
I think
went off
they
in
signed
per
him.
game, too.
They signed him to a two-way, you know,
Yeah.
bro in the G League right now. But what you think, man? You think the like you ever watch sports and just think to yourself, man, like somebody writing this script, man, like
Well, it's Bron. He could do what he wants.
That's what I say.
And I think we need to see more of that in the black community. Yeah. How often do you see someone's successful's kid gets in a Yale or they get this big opportunity because they're their kids? Yeah, it's a part of it. If you're great, it comes with the motherfucker. I'm Bron.
I'll say that, but also it's like you got to know what you're doing. That like this is your son. Like at the same time, Bron knows what he's doing. Like this is you're putting your son. You're giving him too much pressure. Like
He'll be all right.
you think your son can handle that?
He was gonna have that no matter what.
Okay, I guess we'll see. But I mean, let's be honest, bro. Like he's not gonna be as good as his dad, which is cool.
Yeah, no.
Which is cool. But how good does he have to be for us to be like, all right, like you?
He just gotta stick around, in my opinion. My nigga gotta just stick around.
just gotta stick around.
Work
He's
it
got a
out, and
roster
like
spot.
you look up a few seasons later, like okay, brother, he's gonna develop. You feel me? I think the expectations for a 50-something pick is a little high. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, let him warm up, let him get some reps in, but we'll see what happens. I'm not saying he's gonna be his dad by any means. That's once in a
I don't think
generation
that's gonna
type of
happen. I'm
talent.
gonna keep it a band with
know?
you, man. I don't think anybody gonna be like another LeBron, but You know, if he could be one of those guys like a role player, roster spot type of dude, you know, I see some, ceiling with him. Like he could be like a Trevor Ariza type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I give him the benefit of the doubt.
People were saying Drew Holiday, which is a good comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah,
very
we'll
charitable.
See, man. We'll see.
We gonna see, man. Basketball season is still kind of fresh, but when it comes to the Lakers, man, I feel like right now we're so encouraged right now just off that first game, but I feel like things is gonna get real toxic.
I mean, that's always how Lakers are.
I don't even know. Like they sound confident with the team they have now, but we'll see when that trade deadline come up. Because I thought we was gonna make a big move, and I think we still are.
Yeah,
but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
So moving from sports, man, we're gonna take into politics. Breaking news, actually. I always want to give the date of when we're telling this political news, because it's stuff you gotta make sure that you're keep it in chronological order. So yeah, today is what, October 25th, I believe, correct? No, 24th, October 24th, Thursday, October 24th. So the breaking news today, all I'm seeing on the news is Trump is a fascist? Fascist. Supposedly the John Kelly, former senior chief in staff of the White House,
everybody
comes out saying, "Oh yeah, Trump he idolizes or kind of wants to be like Hitler, like saying Hitler did some good, which we've heard before from people like Kanye West, So it's not too crazy, okay? At least to me, that's my initial. I'm just saying my initial,
I don't think so.
Reaction. But it's like, first off, how are you guys gonna get upset? So Kamala Harris doubles down on it. She's, I guess, being interviewed or just like some town hall speech yesterday.
She always gonna jump.
She doubles down on it, saying, "Yeah, he's a fascist, whatever." They start using the definition all day. They're like, "Oh yeah, the definition," to kind of push it into people's heads, like, this is what this is. This is who he is. Blah, like associate them with it. Like you can tell that they're really trying to get it, because they're like, "Hey, when's the last day you saw?" And it's funny because I made a post about this not too long ago with the whole demure word. It's like, you know what? I don't like, at first I didn't like, I was like, oh, just another stupid TikTok type trend, But it's like, you know what? This is actually cool. Everyone's starting to use the word demure. It's annoying, but it's a new word. People are being educated.
Yeah.
That's up in their vocabulary. It's actually something good. Maybe more TikTokers or influencers should start doing this, So lo and behold, today, America decides to do that with the word fascist. Oh, fascist. Trump. Fascist Trump. So it's like they're trying to put it into your head. So it's like, okay, I get what you guys are doing. Elections is coming up.
Yeah.
Polls are close. Yeah. How? Like, how are they still close? Oh, we have to make this guy look even more. How much more evil do you got to make someone look?
Oh, it's like,
stop. Come on, bro. Like,
let's never gonna stop.
So I'm like, okay, he's a fascist. Like, didn't we know this before?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the point of telling us, oh, this guy's a bad guy? Like, we can see what y'all doing, like trying to tell people, hey, isn't this pandering?
I mean, yeah,
isn't this pandering?
But look,
and then they want to talk about, oh, you can't steal the election or blah. It's like, this is,
they just regurgitating
like, hey,
the same talking points from almost like 4 years ago and stuff, and it's kind of getting tiresome at this point, man. It's like, look, Duffy you an artist, man.
Yes.
Sometimes, people listen to the music, they understand the story, but a lot of times, when it comes to like subjects like this, they want to know, from the place that you coming from, stuff like this going on. How do you look at this stuff, man?
Yeah, who are you voting for?
I mean, I'm not gonna say like we are like super political type of people, but sometimes this should just get like thrown in our face all the time. How do you look at this stuff right now, man?
It's a lot. It's been a lot. It's been times we've seen this throughout COVID, how intense it was.
Yep.
Right? So, it's been times where I've definitely had to disconnect. But my pops is an educator, so it's on the television. There's conversations at the dinner table, amongst us. And then even amongst our peers with Els and the homies, we have such a cultural, like, group of peers that we work with, so these conversations happen a lot. Me and Big Cali would go up, for hours about it. So it's like, what you gonna?
No, keep going. Keep going.
So with everything, like you asked if who I was voting for, Uncle T. You feel me?
Okay. I was gonna say who. What are the group chats saying? Like,
bro,
what's the group
everybody
chat saying?
the same shit. I don't have that, bro. Most 95% of the homies are saying the same shit, bro. I'm just looking at it like, yo, we look at where we at with everything. It's not. I don't gotta start naming it. We know.
Are we just saying it, or is it one of those things where it's like when election day comes, you and the homies like, yo, pull up, we about to go to the election line. Boop.
I'm not gonna invite the homies to vote. You
might as well go squad up.
It should be. It should be.
I mean, we going to bars together. We should be going to vote together. We should be going to church together.
Nobody doing that. Let's keep
That's how I was just knocked out real quick.
Hey, man, I'm just
but
saying,
look,
man,
black and white. Let's be honest, man.
Be honest.
This is the thing about the media too. It's like the more they try to throw something in your face to make you think a certain type of way. See, I don't know about y'all. I'm just a naturally rebellious person, man. When you try to tell me to be a certain type of way, I'm gonna be thinking about the opposite perspective. You know what I'm saying?
And it's clear as day.
Exactly.
Online. We know that.
The main thing nowadays is like the power of discernment. It's like this identity politics type shit is so poisonous. They try to, like, the black and brown community is the most manipulated community there is. You know what I'm saying? We're like the easiest targets because they always try to put like a brown face to tell you what you want to hear. And then what happened for the last 4 years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's the gas prices looking? You know what I'm saying? I can't, like, there's people out here that can't even get groceries. You feel me? I'm going to tell you right now, man, COVID went on. Uncle T threw me $1,200.
Bro, I got a lot more than that.
That PPP, you know what I'm saying?
If your worry is groceries and stuff like that, Kamala says that's something that she's going to be able to fix.
She says a lot of things, man. She says a lot of things, but actions speak louder than words. My thing is like this. You saying all this stuff, you the vice president.
That's true, yeah.
Why not just do it right now? You know?
Saying that.
They can't even get the hurricane stuff situated.
That's my thing. Hey, you bring up a really good point. See, last episode we were talking about with America. I think the one awakening is this, man. It don't matter if you left. It don't matter if you right. It don't matter if you conservative. It don't matter if you a progressive. We should all be America first, right?
Yeah.
Take care of us first. My tax money going overseas to pay for this, and they throwing Ukraine a bag over here to how this is gonna affect me, man? How am I gonna pay my bills, bro? So I feel like this is an opportunity for everybody to just unite and be like America first, man.
Well, that brings up a good point because I'm also seeing a lot of in the polls right now. Last week, the story was, it's a gender race now. White males voting for Trump, more males voting for Trump, women voting for Kamala. We can kind of see, guys aren't going to be comfortable, taking, which, I mean, to each his own. Makes sense, though. A guy's going to be uncomfortable taking, orders from a woman, yet alone a black woman. Imagine a white man taking orders from a black woman. They're not doing it.
Put black woman in
you
quotations.
think about some of these other countries. They don't respect women
exactly
in the same way we do in America. Like, things are different once you leave the country, and I don't know if that'll. And it's not even that.
She doesn't seem like the type of person who'll be able to check those people. Who kind of she just seems. I got to give it to her. She's a good actor.
Oh yeah.
I see her talking about those recipes and collard greens and her like, bro, nah, this ain't. Like, she's like, the extra ingredient it's bacon. She's like,
first of all, she said
like,
she
bruh.
washed her collard greens in the tub, right? That's what she said. Does anybody do that?
Crazy. I've never.
For the amount of people she was screaming for, she said, but hey, I'm just so.
No. Let me just say this real quick, all right? Let me just say this. She's putting on this thing to come off as a black woman, all right? But before that, she said she was Indian. As a brown guy, I know an Indian scammer when I see one, all right? That's all I'm going to say.
So, to my point, this whole week they switched from gender to now it's a racial race.
Of course.
Yeah,
now they're saying, they're interviewing black guys. They're like, oh, who are you voting for? They're like, man, Trump, man. He's more of a leader. It's like, it's not, and the thing he said that made these like analysts, like the thing that made them like, damn, he said, you don't have to have good morals to be like you don't have to be good. You don't have to have good morals to like fit the leadership or whatever, something along those lines. And they were like thinking about that, and I'm thinking about it too. I'm like, that's right though. He's like, you don't have to have good morals to be a leader. It means in this time we need someone who's gonna be cutthroat, can get the job done, go hit below the waist, and they're like, Trump's that guy, and they're like, oh well, he's straightforward, he's straight up. He is.
Well, that's what people appreciate. People
that's what they
appreciate authenticity. People appreciate being straight up. People appreciate honesty. So like, we were blessed enough to grow up in a place like MoVal where it's like things are, it's not like LA where there's like a bunch of like hustle and bustle type shit, but a lot of people from LA like moved over there and stuff. It's more suburban and stuff. So we had a humble upbringing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like, you could attest to this better. Like us growing up over there, do you feel like we have a better sense of understanding who's being real, who's being fugazi?
Yes and no. Because I've been in situations around other people from other walks of life, and I didn't understand what they were doing. So I've learned from them. I would have never got that experience in Moreno Valley, but there's experiences from MoVal that are I can only get from here. But I think being able to have space.
Yeah.
And not be in such a hectic city, like, we grew up on our bikes. We were outside. Not saying that other places aren't like that, but like MoVal was something different. You know what I'm saying? I definitely learned because it's such a melting pot, there's a lot of opportunities you're gonna get from culture, from street culture, from hip hop, from all different walks of life in MoVal. So yes and no. You feel me? Because I definitely, have been in Atlanta or LA, and I've been, with X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing how people maneuver is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can only get that with them. You feel me?
No, I get you, man. I mean, with the way that things going right now, I feel like we were blessed to come from where we coming from because, just like what you were talking about, that space that we had with MoVal, it gives us like a little bit of like peace within our mind. Like you turn out to be a very creative person.
Absolutely.
I would ask you, do you think you become the person that you are today, say if you grew up in a place like LA or something like that?
Yeah, I would probably be, I don't know. Yes. Yes, I would have been a creative no matter where I would have been at. And my family, my pops is a music teacher and band director. You feel me? My cousins do music. Like my uncles and them, they played the marching band.
So you was
musical.
in it.
Yeah, my aunt was a singer, and so like we definitely have music in our family. I would have found that no matter what. I've loved hip hop since a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been in me, and if I was in LA, probably would have been around a lot more culture to gravitate towards. We had to create that in MoVal. There's people that were there that put it in place with UTB and the Stevie Crooks and the people that came before us. They definitely helped pave the way for us, but we had to create it. We're part of that process. We're part of the foundation of creating the music scene. that the world will recognize soon. You know, we're already going up. And you think about the ending, MoVal is some of the most successful rappers to ever come out the ending, you know, so, and right now. So it's like, yeah, so much our time.
So, talking about music, man, someone like you, who I would say, would you consider you got power now in the
I wouldn't consider
not industry, but just that, like you said, creating
motion,
you know?
Yeah, I would say motion. Yes, I would say yeah, definitely motion. I wouldn't say I have power. Influence, inspiration, I think makes people want to be involved. It makes people like come through. Even some of the artists that are a little bit bigger that you think wouldn't come fuck with us, they get there and it's like it's love, you know. But I definitely feel like there's just the amount of work I've put in and continue to put in, and the homies and peers around me that put in, like it's just gonna become more evident of why we're here and who we are, and you know that's just gonna happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of work you do, like it's not gonna stop. So you know, definitely, I think people seeing that it inspires them to like want to come around. You know,
I think the thing about MoVal too is like it's not that big of a place either. So it's like small circles. So when they actually see somebody moving with motion, it kind of like inspires them even more because like, man, I knew this dude, bro, lived right across the street from me.
absolutely.
So he over here moving like this, man. Like, what's to say I don't got the ability to do it too? Because you know, a place like LA, like everybody's moving,
Big city.
everybody's moving. You know what I mean? So you don't really got time to like, you know, pay attention to the nuances and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see each other at like a Stato Brothers or some shit like that. You know.
Smoke
Something
shop.
going on. Hey man, come to this show. We got this thing going on. Somebody's always throwing something.
Yeah.
You threw a little event the other,
Yeah,
you know.
you just had a show the other over the weekend. How'd
Yeah,
that
that was dope. Shout out to Draz and Els Run It Up and everybody over at the Hot Box. They hosted it in San Bernardino. We did an album release party for God Don't Make Mistakes, and it was dope. We brought out a bunch of people from the IE, you know, and MoVal area. So yeah, it was just a fun night. It was like a big karaoke night with all the homies, you know, all the loved ones in the building. So it was dope.
Now, all of this, like I said, the power, you know, the influence, you know, in the hip hop culture, and then we got the parties, we got the shows.
Oh, no, this
You know, it kind of reminds me of a legend who's currently, you know, behind bars.
Go ahead, man.
Mr. P. Diddy.
Dylan.
Let the people know about your position on this whole
What do
situation,
you mean,
man.
my position?
Well, yeah, you know, might as well just get
No,
it
we
out
already
there
know
real
my
quick.
position. I'm just like
Well, remind him, you know, Duffy don't know.
innocent until proven guilty. You know, it's unfortunate to see another black man who had that power. We were talking about LeBron. You know, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, you know, the allegations aren't true. You know, but
30 years of allegations.
I'm just saying, man, we got Trump running for president. Man, free this boy. Free this man. Let him fight from, you know, from home. Let him see his family, man.
You know, I'm like,
Y'all taking it from his another black man away from his family, his kids.
Duffy, what you think about this? I want to hear what you guys say real quick.
you know, I'm one of them niggas, you know, I'm like, I'm still screaming, fuck R. Kelly. You feel me?
Oh, damn.
So,
Okay, so we
I
on the
love
opposite,
like,
you know.
like, fuck that. Like, I can't. It's
Again, it's unfortunate, but the music's there.
I could. The music is great, right? The accolades, the everything you did in hip hop is dope, super dope. But that freaky ass kind of shit.
Again, he's convicted. He was proven guilty.
Is crazy. So yeah, you know, so that's crazy.
Although, I mean,
but you know,
what the parents did. I mean, we can't give him no fault. But yeah, go ahead.
Still crazy. No matter how we put it, like, you know, it's crazy. So like when I hear the things about what's going on with all this, obviously, like, you know, there's a bunch of shit I do think, all these women coming out, I do think there is some money grabs and there is obviously that, but that's a part of it. But
It's
like
part of it. It's
shit is like, bro, it's like that's a lot. That's a lot going on, right? And that's not even including all the, the trafficking and the shit and the drugs and
we could go down the rabbit hole.
I mean, what are we gonna start? Like the blackmail, you feel me?
Blackmail.
He has everything on tape.
See,
you feel me?
This is the other thing that he want to talk about.
That's power.
That's power. He want to talk about, this another black man they try to put in jail.
I'm just saying Trump is convicted of that stuff, of the sexual allegation, and he's still running for president.
Who convicted him? Look at the jury. He was already set up. They put a whole...
I do hear you, though.
No, that's all I'm saying.
This is the only thing I'm saying, though, is this. When it comes to hip-hop, this man was one of the main gatekeepers. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
He put people on, and he created, to a certain degree, he created the culture of hip-hop.
I don't know about all that, but...
You know what I think, bro? I think hip-hop has gotten so big, right, over the years. We just celebrated 50 years of hip-hop. In the time span of music and of culture and all this, that's little time.
Yeah.
That's a small time. Where it's breeded multiple billionaires, and it's not even funny, and it's gonna keep going, right? And hip hop has become the biggest genre, right? I think with its success, you notice like the message and a lot of the traditions away. The bigger hip hop has grown, we've gone further and further away from the traditions of what hip hop really stands for. I think other things have bled into hip hop,
Right.
Of course.
Because it's gotten so big. So all this stuff, and we're finally seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that was always there in hip hop.
It wasn't
like,
always
you know
there.
what I'm saying? But now it's like that culture, that society, that kind of whatever that is, whoever they are, it's like,
We can't talk about
there's a lot
this
of
episode. But
So
just to piggyback off that, this is the thing. When it comes to your music, great message, you know what I'm saying? People vibe with it. It leads towards a positive direction. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, thank you.
Now, when we talking about Diddy,
What?
when we talking about when you're creating, when you're adding to the culture of hip hop, I mean, let's be honest. What was he pushing?
Let's not, like I said, let's not give him his flowers where they're due.
I mean, you could give him his flowers.
Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, yeah, when you talk about the
Mary J. Blige and them, they was gonna be
Notorious B.I.G. Diddy wasn't pushing nothing crazier than what they're pushing now. Like he had classics. Like, come on, man. I'm coming.
Yeah, no, it's still, it's like, Diddy. See, this is what I'm saying. Like.
You got it. Come on, man. I don't know.
It's Diddy. Like there's hits. Like it's undeniable.
It's hits, man.
No, I'm not even talking against that. Hits are hits, But
my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you saying that does he play a big part in the culture? Does he even
I definitely believe, and it's fact that he's somebody that he's a gatekeeper. He's like the Harvey Weinstein
I don't even
of
think
the
he had
music
that much
industry.
influence like
But
that.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's not the guy that calls all the shots. He's just the puppet that somebody else is behind him, telling him to do this and telling him to do that. Look, I'm all about keeping hip hop pure, keeping it a positive message. And when you look at the receipts, I mean, he was kind of responsible for putting that, almost like that poison in there. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You could look at the receipts. You could look at the documentation.
It's there.
I mean, Diddy's one of those guys. He's from New York, all right? He's from part of New York where it's like, look, people sometimes they got like that crabs in a bucket type of mentality. You're going to take the bag you'll take the bag to do what you got to do. And when you put power into that, scenario, it does something to you, man.
The only thing he influenced is the sexual behavior, okay? And we can't say that is
Isn't that
something that's
like
against the law. He had crazy parties.
Oh man, you being wild.
He had
now,
crazy
bro.
parties. I'm scrolling. People are saying being ass. Like they're going back to all these, back in the day. Like, bro, what was the best parties? Like, hey, I gotta say the Diddy party was cracking.
Yeah,
like come on, man. Like let's not. Hey,
you do hear about
niggas is horny.
It becomes ritual type.
Niggas is horny.
That's what I'm saying.
It becomes like a little bit.
I saw one video though. Diddy was saying, "Hey, we're about to get to some real crazy stuff. If you don't want to be here, leave." Niggas stayed.
Y'all freaky.
Once you in that zone, now
the views.
See, and you on camera too.
I'm just saying, when you got a lot of power, like you got to understand, like you want, like people, like humans are horny ass people, right? Like let's not be. So when you're in that environment, like bro, like shit's going crazy. Like we all know that we see this in television. Like there's shows, TV shows, you see all these people cheating on their wives, and you're watching, you're like, damn.
Listen, man.
This is in every TV show.
Listen.
Why are they promoting cheating on your spouse? And
why
all these movies, you know? Oh, I met my ex in the club and stuff like that. And now we're back to, it's like, oh, why are we promoting that stuff?
Yeah, why are they promoting it? So we see it
in Hollywood. People are going to go, oh yeah, I'm with Brad Pitt, but I'm still open to it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you kind of contradicting yourself because Diddy.
It's everybody. So let's get everybody.
Listen,
let's get everybody. Let's not just say Diddy. Let's get everybody. Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt movies, but there must be something going on there. I don't know. He's got to be with somebody, right? George Clooney. I like George Clooney.
I think everybody.
But he looks like somebody. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's get everybody.
Okay,
let's get everybody.
And for the most part,
just crash out, clean house.
I'm cool with it.
I'm
cool with it. New Hollywood, brand new Hollywood.
Yeah, brand new. I'm cool with that too. At the end of the day, I hope this dude sings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he, brings down everybody with him.
Yeah.
But that being said, he had the opportunity and the power to push hip hop towards the direction of like keeping the message pure, uplifting people, pushing artists like Duffy, for example. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, unfortunately, the harsh reality of the hip hop industry is that if it is uplifting, if it is positive, it's not going to sell for them, So,
it's just you still got to make good music. Like, would you say Travis Scott is uplifting or positive in some ways?
I mean, it sounds good as a motherfucker. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
but
it's like Chance the Rapper type positive. Like I love some of the Chance songs, like the outro on Coloring Book, like the Blessed, all that shit. I love some of those joints, but it's what hip hop has become.
Sure, yeah,
it's changed. So it's like they're forcing you. I think there's there's a lane for all that.
Yeah.
Right, but they force the mainstream media. There's a certain rap starter kit. The thing that when you see these things, they have you trained to. When you see these things, it's like, oh, this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Look, to a certain degree, we discussed this on your podcast last time a little bit. We went a little bit more crazy on that. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, this is all I'm saying. Diddy had the ability and the opportunity to push hip hop towards a certain type of direction that could uplift not just hip hop, but specifically Black and brown community. Now, when you look at the receipts, most of the victims that got screwed over by him was his own people. Now, you want to talk about another black man in jail? What did he really do?
I mean, what do you mean? Which people? The people from making the band? Of course they didn't make it. They was never going to make it. It was a show. It was just for,
I've never looked at Diddy as someone like from the culture, like he's
that's what I'm saying. I never saw
black people.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Oh no, I'm not even making that claim. I'm just saying with the type of he had the ability to make a real change towards a positive direction.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, but
he never
wasn't gonna happen because he had already sold out. I mean, look, we don't want to mess up the McDuffie brand. All I'm gonna say is look up Diddy, look up Clive Davis, and you could make your own.
It's just businessman, and he was a businessman. Like that's just how.
Hey, yo, Diddy, you need a lawyer, man. Holla at your boy, man.
Hey, man, I'm
trying to be a bad boy for life, right here.
Hey, we can talk about the amount and the shoulder, but yeah,
that's funny.
On the same topic of gatekeepers, we recently had Kendrick headlining Super Bowl. Jay-Z kind of has NFL, you know, Super Bowl stuff, halftime shows on lock. So, how did you feel about that? People were saying it should have been Wayne because it's in New Orleans. Drake. People like, oh, why? Well, if Kendrick's in it, why not Drake? Like, well, how do you feel about that?
I just think that the LA Super Bowl with Drake,
the one with Dre and Snoop.
But you think about it, there was still Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent. It wasn't just a West Coast thing. They brought out a lot of different people. But obviously it was a West Coast thing with Dre and Snoop coming out, right? But I think that has everybody convinced that whatever city it hits, it's supposed to be a person from that city, and no.
That's
this
not how it is.
Not a BET Awards. And I love Wayne. Wayne's, in my top 5 favorite rappers all time. I love Wayne. But right now, Kendrick has the torch. Kendrick is...
He got the motion right now.
He's the one now.
I saw it both ways. I'm like you. Wayne is, if not my number 1 favorite rapper, he's in my top 3. So it made sense being that it's in New Orleans. It made sense that it would make sense if he was doing it. Yeah. And he's someone who could have a Super Bowl show. People were like, oh, he can't have a he has hits for a Super Bowl halftime show. So.
I would say so.
My only thing was New Orleans, Wayne. They could do it later. They can have Wayne could perform at another Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't think it's not even.
It's not even that he's never going to. It's just that it wasn't New Orleans. Out. So that was my thing. It could have been cool, but if he performed somewhere else, it's
just sorry. Kendrick is one of the best rap performers. He's better than Drake at performing. Drake does karaoke on stage with everybody. He's a great performer, don't get me wrong, but just the performance, what Kendrick does, let's be honest. And what he's in this year he's had, and it's just it makes sense why it would be K-Dot.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be dope. And it's kinda whack that, the first time the Super Bowl has a single black male rapper, solo artist,
really,
as a feature. It's never just been one rapper. Never.
I didn't even know that.
It's always been multiple people. It's never just been.
Yeah, the only solo, I think, we had Prince, Michael, we had recently Usher and The Weeknd.
That shit always been funny to me when it's
we got Kendrick. So yeah, you're right.
You think about it in the past, bro, who watches NFL, NBA, and shit, man? You gonna put up Maroon 5 up in this bitch?
Yeah,
it's a demographic.
That shit never made.
It's a demographic,
It's either gonna be, and the thing is, with hip hop is so big, it's become pop culture. So now you can put.
That's the thing. That's why
certified lover boy, certified. You think they gonna cut that out?
That's a good question, man. They you know what?
The crowd is still gonna say it.
They probably gonna cut it out just because it's the NFL, man.
I don't think they're cutting it out at all.
I don't think they're gonna cut it out. No.
I think Kendrick might not say it.
Yeah,
but
he might
the
not
crowd,
say it.
They're gonna lead it up.
Exactly. Oh, the crowd's gonna say it.
He was doing that during the show.
Yeah,
he wasn't saying that. The crowd was just saying. He was like, "Yeah, I got it." So he knows what he's doing.
Hey,
shout out to Kendrick, man.
It's the Super Bowl.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. Yeah, I'm happy for him. I mean, I know Drake ain't gonna get sleep that night. He's gonna be all, hey nigga.
It's crazy how the
Drake just start supporting this nigga at this point.
The Drake PR team had to come out and save face. They were like, well, they offered it to us too. No, they didn't.
Shut up. You didn't turn it down, bro.
Hey, DJ
did you?
Right now, you turned it down, bro. Stop it.
Hey, I got it. Hey, shout out to Justice. He wanted to say what's up. He couldn't make it tonight, but yeah, he was over there saying, because I was like, Drake did that thing where it's like, his people were like, yeah, he got offered the Super Bowl. Drake's like, Justice like, yeah, man, of course Drake's got. I'm like, nigga, no.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, how'd you get offered it and you said no? So you said no, Drake?
That's hard to believe that you say no to the Super Bowl with that catalog and
bro.
Bro, come on.
They didn't ask you.
But he will do it.
He will do it. If they ask him, yeah.
Of course, if they ask him, he will do it.
Who
you gonna say no?
He's gonna do it eventually.
You gonna say no? You just saw Usher in The Weeknd, and those are two people you're trying to be like. That's
Drake ain't exactly known for his honesty, man. So
I could see him doing the Super Bowl, but I guess they just haven't,
Nah, man. I mean, it's
I'd rather see
it's
Kanye.
like a more of a testament
I mean,
to.
that's never going.
I just need to.
If Trump was president,
That's
if Trump was
what
president,
I'm
it's
saying.
gonna
We
happen.
just need to get a yay halftime show.
If Trump is
What?
president,
he's gonna go over.
If
the
Trump is
top.
president, I promise you, we'll get a Kanye halftime show. It's gonna happen.
I just don't want him to rant for his whole set.
Man.
Nah, Kanye would kill it, man.
Would you perform at the Super Bowl?
Bro, hell yeah.
Do
I
you
will.
do you
We
your
already
catalog,
working
your
on it.
current catalog? Do you think you got
Oh yeah.
songs for it, or you got
Yeah.
like stuff in mind? You're like, oh,
Oh
like
no,
Future.
it's all there. Like the catalog is whether you like the super like fucking rap shit, you know, that's there. The super gangster rap shit, that's there. The turn up shit, the hits, that's there. You know, the pop ballads.
'Cause that's
you
all we
know,
want, the
that's
hype
there.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
know,
a
so
halftime
it's
show,
like
yeah.
like
I mean, shit, man. That shit's gonna
halftime
be in New
shows.
Orleans. I know you got that track Zion, bro. That shit would
Oh
have
yeah,
been.
you feel me?
That shit would have been hitting.
Yeah, no,
Shit,
we
man.
got some joints. Like we can for sure do it. Like I would Super Bowl like I would want to do it somewhere random.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would want to do it somewhere random. Not
Yeah, it
not
doesn't have
the
to be. Yeah.
like the not like you know like a Super Bowl in fucking where like I don't know
What, New Jersey?
fucking
I mean, we
nah,
can say-
New Jersey.
Or for
It
the
would
Jets?
have
Like
to
in
be
an obscure
something.
type of place like Kansas City or some
yeah,
shit.
but see, but you
Minnesota,
know, not
maybe
with
for the
Kansas.
Vikings. Maybe for Baltimore Ravens. You know?
Not Baltimore.
Now Baltimore
you know,
is, you know.
Atlanta.
You know, somewhere.
Shit, I
Yeah, you know, somewhere and get it popping. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna happen.
Like new territory to conquer type shit.
Yeah, you
Shit,
know,
New England?
Yeah.
and that's the thing, you know, with the music. I love all different bags. So you know, although I may be in different bags, it all kind of sounds like me. So it's like you know, definitely try to, you know, we don't try to make hits or anything like that. We just
yeah.
make music, you know.
Mhm.
So it'll trend. Yeah, we definitely have shows like I could go on tour with anybody. For
Okay.
sure, confidently and be able to put on a great show with anybody.
Yeah, that'll be the day, man. You perform in Green Bay, bro.
No,
No,
yeah,
I don't think they had a
see,
Super Bowl in Green Bay, huh? Man,
Super. Nah.
probably not.
Unless
but-
it was one of the ones that they won.
Hey, man.
But
Manifested.
yeah. Speaking of your catalog, man, you just dropped a tape, right?
Yes, just off the album.
I get mixed up because again, you're always dropping. I know you
Yeah.
just dropped the last one. It was like a joint.
Yeah,
It's like all these different artists from the IE,
yes,
right? Those
that
are
was
two different. Those are two different.
two. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that
That's
was
the last one I heard,
Better
yeah.
Left. That was Better Left Red. That was
Yeah. Okay.
back in December. Like we dropped it on the 1st of this year, and yeah, and this one was the same concept with more artists. And
Okay.
God Don't Make Mistakes, which is out now on Bandcamp. It'll be out on all DSPs Monday. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we have a bunch of artists. Champagne Airmans. Let me see if I can get all of them. Champagne Airmans, Tony Coda, M16, Stevie Crooks, Stavo True Love, Black Lefty, Traceway, T Gunna, Age Money,
Damn, man, you talk about putting on the whole city, bro.
Mills Was Chosen. I think I'm forgetting one person. M16. I think that was it.
And this is all
I think that
IE
was it.
artists,
These are all IE artists.
all recorded in
Yes.
the IE. Or?
Yeah, all recorded at my crib.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep, in the
nice.
studio.
Nice.
Yep.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
everything. So and the reason why it's so special is because you know each artist came through individually, and you know we're able to have a moment, you know, and chop it up. You get the you know some of these artists I haven't really met yet, or I met at a show, but you know you're you know building a relationship and a friendship. You feel me? So like getting the opportunity to sit down with each artist and just have a moment and talk about culture, talk about and really, you know, share our ideas and, you know, our views on what's going on in the Inland Empire and in hip hop. So, you know, those are the moments I cherish and, you know, translates through the music. Oh, Curtis King.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that.
And, you know, that's what makes these projects so special. It is a lot to do all this, so it took us like 6-7 months. We started it back in February, March. I think we recorded the first song. So, you know, it was a process, but it was definitely like worth it. bringing everybody together,
Okay, dope.
And shit like that hasn't really happened ever with this amount of talent on one tape, and it's gonna continue.
Yeah, I remember years back saying like we should. Shit, I remember back in high school, like why don't we just get like all the IE? Of course, it makes more sense after everyone's kind of established in a way or has their own sound and stuff. But yeah, that's something that I've always said. Damn, why don't we do something like this?
Exactly.
One thing to say.
And there's so many tracks that didn't even make it. Like
of course, that's how it's gonna be.
Stacking.
That's how it's gonna
there's
be.
gonna be another one and another one. Everybody that is a rapper is gonna be a part of this process eventually. When you go back to the catalog and you see this, when we're millions and millions of views and streams away, it's gonna be special, and everyone's gonna be able to eat from it.
Hey, look, man, there's a lot of people out here that, talk about putting the city on, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the few people out here that's really like, really doing it, man. And yeah, it's just been crazy just from, I can speak for myself, CJ, just coming from the same city, just watching the growth happen, man. It's crazy stuff, and it's like it's fueled our fire. Again, you know what I'm saying? This is a product. This whole set is a product of just like almost like the what's it? The trail that you blaze. You know what I mean? So the product speaks for itself too. The bonus is that look, my boy Duffy don't miss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that.
Definitely check out the music. It's gonna be exciting to see more stuff to come and just see how far the IE goes, man. So
yeah, it's up to us. What we're doing is what we're doing. Although at times doesn't feel like much, it's a lot. And sometimes people like I'm almost 150 episodes in on the podcast. Sometimes I still feel like nobody's watching because it gets X amount of views. I'm like, we're growing, but it's important. More people know about the podcast than the views show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's all there. It all counts up. It all accumulates one way or another. So, to anybody out there that's like doing this and, contributing to the culture, it's important to keep going. And it's important to flood.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Flood your content. That breeds, quality. You feel me? You're never gonna get the best quality right after the back. Like you look at where we're in. This is not just off the first try. This is trial, error, and just trials and tribulations. So that just comes with this. So to anybody out there that feels like that, from you gotta.
Hey, look, man. That's the other thing. We gotta give you, man. You just like we said towards the beginning of the episode. Duffy out here. Always dropping something. Taking up the timeline, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like niggas got me fucked up. So I be turned up. Like I be in there. I'm a mad like scientist, and then I just be tripping, bro. Some days like I've had to do a lot of praying and stuff because I feel like everybody feels like they deserve more, But I just once I let God take the wheel and just create and found fun in it again, it's been. It's limitless. It's fun, bro. Like, I'm never going to stop. And me and the homie, as long as we're doing this, like, we're going to find success. Yeah. Even if I stay at this pace right now, in 5 years, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
It's going to be there.
Right.
No matter what. Like, so it's like, fuck it. And if it's more than that, it'll be more than that.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, again, like, epitomizing the culture of our city, just always consistency, grinding, you know what I'm saying? So, people can definitely see that, man. I know there's a lot of people out there that was just like, just seeing the growth, man. Like, I remember when you was dropping, I mean, the first album I heard was first song I heard was the Zion song. I was like, oh man, this shit this shit hit, bro. I was bumping that shit in the city and stuff like that, and then to see how far you've come, man, and just to see where it's gonna go. And yeah, like I said, you say it's a good representation for where we come from, man.
Absolutely. So. And I really do appreciate that right there, because being from the murder, being from MoVal, we have those special people that have paved the way, that we've all looked up to, that we've seen in the city do amazing things, and it feels like we're in those shoes now, and that we're paving the way for the next generation. Where it's a lot more important than what it feels like at times.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That we have a duty and obligation to our community. Blowing up and the accolades and all that is one thing, but if you don't actually love this and want to see people do better and want to inspire people, then it really doesn't. Then you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time for watching shit that you don't believe in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things that, it's important, especially for us MoValians, you feel me? To see that, to have that, because we don't have it. No. Growing up in LA, homies that told me, oh, we used to see, Magic Johnson over here. You can see this person. So you get to see, you're surrounded by, a lot more. And there's not that much from where we're from. So,
yeah.
So you saying that, I do appreciate that, for real.
Yeah, because, MoVal it's a fresh city, man. It's not even that old of a city. So, somebody had to take the opportunity to create the foundation, the groundwork, man. And you definitely, took it and ran with it, man. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good for the younger artists coming up under us. Like, that's one thing I kind of appreciate, or like I kind of smile sometimes, because there's like younger artists too, and they'll like be like, oh yeah, like, I'll shout them out sometimes, stuff like that, and they'll be like, hey man, like, I appreciate that, like, coming from you. So it's cool to see like that big bro type shit.
Absolutely.
Some of those younger artists too, like shout out to Yace.
Yeah, shout out Yace.
I've seen him be fucking with y'all. So yeah, he's good. We actually have a song he produced coming out soon. So
that's dope.
He's cool. I just saw y'all. Actually, probably my favorite artist, rapper in MoVal right now, Suck Juice.
Suck Juice is sick.
I saw him pull up on.
That's my guy.
Episodes. Yeah, he's nice. I like him. So yeah, you're starting to tap in with all those younger dudes. So that's cool. So
yeah, those are like, when I seen Sock Juice, I'm like, oh yeah, like,
he's dope.
Cut from that cloth, and like being. He'll pull up and just be playing mad unreleased shit, and just seeing how he started producing just within a year, and he's producing his own albums, and he gave me Pro Tools, and he put me on. So
okay, yeah, he's dope. I like his stuff.
Sock Juice is dope. Whatever he needs, like, he got it. That's my guy.
Yeah, man. So you mentioned all these artists coming through. Why I haven't pulled up? I mean,
bro,
I'm right there
what's
next
happening?
door.
What's happening? You be having me come way out here, bro.
We here to work. We here to work. This
this
working
is fine.
right now.
This is super dope.
So,
very dope. Worth the drive. But yeah, man, you already know, like, bro, whenever you need, like, bro, you trying to do a mic video, like, whoop, music, like, bro, like, I'm in there.
'Cause you right there, yeah.
Bro,
I could just walk over there. So
bro, I be thinking, like, bro, if you really there all the time, like, bro, there's no excuse. Come through.
I'll pull up.
Bro, you just, CM, what are you on? I'm about to just make sure I'm there, but I'm there, bro. Like, I can't, like,
literally, like,
that's what I'm saying. I can just walk through his house, but yeah.
And I apologize if you felt like I wasn't extending an invitation or anything.
No, there's no. I'm just asking. I haven't.
Bro,
I see the MoVal's finest. I'm like, hey, let me. Hey, coach, put me in.
Let's go.
You know how they put the Dreamville album together.
Yeah,
the Dreamers, like, just go in the booth. It's like, hey, let me get some.
We
some
still
too,
don't have that Duffy and CeeJayy track.
That's fine.
We didn't. And we talked about this one on the last one. Yeah, that joint we did. I was just like, man, I wasn't feeling my shit that much.
Just be one joint, man.
We gotta go up.
We got enough. We got enough for
the world.
That's what I'm saying. It's time to cook, bro. Like, I'm always cooking, and I'm always in album
hit you.
mode. My life is in album mode.
If you tell me, again, I'm the type of person, if you tell me something, I'll be like, all right. Like, you can, Paul's back there, engineer, my producer. Like, if you tell me, hey, CeeJayy, come through, just do it. I'm like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna be there.
Shout out Paul in the back, man.
So,
man.
Paul, yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna hit you. Let's
run it up. Bro, I'm telling you.
Come on, man. Like, me and him on this song is like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the. Hey,
bro,
hey,
it's gonna be lit.
Like I said, the world needs it, man,
bro. And you know, being in the, you know, I make a joke to the homies like, yeah, I'm doing life locked up in this fucking studio. You know what I'm saying? Like until
that's cool.
That's why it's
Diddy would
like
that.
I'm always there. So don't just always feel free to fucking
for sure.
pull
Yeah,
up, you know.
I'm gonna hit you. Before we go though, I want to ask you, what are 3 things, like topics that you see on the daily, like like social topics, like current events, like what are things you're on your feed? Everybody has a different feed, you know. Everyone gets a different, like some people got like me, I got food.
Twitter algorithm,
you know,
is
their
different,
algorithm. Something, you know. What's the main things you see daily, like now, like currently, like what are the main issues you see, like in America, in the world, or that bother you? If you can't do 3 things,
Not
maybe
even
just
bother,
one.
I could definitely think like something I see on my timeline.
Like you, every day you scroll, you see this. Oh shit, this
On
is going
Instagram, because it's different on different platforms.
Yeah.
Shit,
So
whatever,
on the
yeah.
gram,
Trends, you know, memes. Like what's, you know, what you seeing?
I see a lot of bullshit.
Of course.
Like Instagram has the most bullshit.
Yeah.
Instagram fucks up when you're editing, and I go to my phone and open it up. 45 minutes go by, bullshit. I'm like, bro, what did I just watch? Like, you know, but I get I get a little annoyed when especially if I'm irritated and Kamala pops up saying some stupid shit. I'm like, bro, you know, and then sometimes I get into the comments, you fucking delusional, you don't know shit. Like, I'm out of here. Like, so that I can't wait for the election to be over.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, let's just
get
like,
it toxic.
bro, like, you know,
Okay, yeah, election, of course. Yeah.
She just seems I just don't find her very genuine.
Fugazi.
There's just something about her, and you know, CM doesn't represent black women. No, my mom, I was raised by a black woman, and I know, but my family is plenty of black women in my family. I know a real black woman when I see one.
Nobody putting collard greens in the tub.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, never did that. But
that's some Indian shit.
Right now too,
yeah, that's true.
the Bronny hate is something that's is a little annoying because people make full on content about bashing and why he isn't. I'm like, you're making this amount of content about a 50-something pick.
Yeah.
When have they ever done that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
For something to say, man.
They're reaching, yeah. So the Bronny hate is pretty annoying, but also the whack ass rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do a lot of unfollowing, but it's inevitable.
Yeah,
it's inevitable. You can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, it's mental health, because you see something, I'm like, this is absolute garbage bullshit, and you can't tell me that's not an opinion. That is a fact. This is bad. This is right. I know what is good, right. And it's not hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like if it smells like shit, it's fucking shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that music sounds like shit. So when I see it and then it has fucking a gazillion trillion views.
Oh yeah.
And then
those are agents, man. Those are just like, you know,
bots and shit like that.
Agents of chaos. They just like put them in there to be like, oh, okay, you know, this sounds like bullshit. Let's throw this in.
Yeah, it's just stuff to get the mind.
Some industry
Again,
plant
it's to make you feel away.
Yeah,
you know. But it's up to you to either take it and turn into a positive or a negative. I see them.
Well, I'm sure it motivates
that's
you.
What I'm saying,
it's like it's almost like a superhero type of shit. It's like, oh, these are the villains.
You see their power level. You're like,
you know,
this power level.
This is the shit that I gotta, you know,
and even 1,000.
I gotta hit the studio and cleanse this bullshit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Even like locally with anybody doing anything, I peep everybody and peep everything.
The same way.
I go, like, I have days where I'll just smoke. I start the day off with my morning backwood and I search people up and just watch what you got going on. I've done it with everybody. You feel me? And then and that's motivation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that's what's missing from a lot of artists. Like, I'm like, you're not being an artist. You're just creating content. you can still create content, but it can still be artistic. You know what I'm saying? There's still like I feel like we've got so far away from the art.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody that is we're surrounded with us at No Pressure Records, they're artists. You feel me? And if they're learning and it's all different kind of artists. Like just cause you don't rap like fucking over an Alchemist beat doesn't make you not an artist. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about your your aesthetic, your passion, your love for it. What are you willing to do? And I think I've seen a lot of both sides. Like, and nothing bothers me more than seeing like a half-ass rapper on the gram. I'm like, bro, you have fucking potential, you bitch. Like,
or you
take
got
it serious.
Views, or you got,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're wasting your time, bro. Like, do this shit, cause it's possible. We in 2024, bro. You playing with it. Like, don't play with this shit, bro. Cause even if you not good like that, that fuck all that. The industry's crashing. Yeah. But that's probably for another. That's probably for another pod. But they're clearing out the whack niggas and leaving space for the artistes to get their rightful due justice. And with it being so saturated and just just watered down, like watching these labels crash and burn, it's gonna change.
Oh yeah.
And you better start putting your music up on motherfucking Bandcamp, your website, other outlets, cause Spotify crashed, Apple Music crashed.
I was gonna say
Tidal don't work no more. You're fucked. You're not even an artist no more.
Yeah,
You're
Kanye
fucked.
started doing that, like saying,
bro, what?
Forget the,
Fuck the DSP. God Don't Make Mistakes. It's been out a month, almost.
Yeah, I saw you drop that on Bandcamp.
Yeah, and so it's been out. And so, but there's a lot of people that haven't peeped it because they refuse to click that link and just go. You could download the Bandcamp app and stream it just like a streaming platform,
like
for free.
What's the other one? The freaking the orange one.
SoundCloud.
Don't they have the same thing?
It's almost like SoundCloud, but it's more personal. Like you can customize your drops on Bandcamp, make it set your pricing. You can go live and have an album release party. You can buy merch bundles and you have a file. So on some of the albums, when you download it, it comes with pictures that we didn't post on the gram, and it's like exclusive little pieces of content that we could update for the people who do decide to purchase it. But it's one of those things where it's like I feel like the only reason I'm putting it on DSPs is just so it could connect to Instagram.
That's the only reason. Yeah.
That's the only reason, honestly.
Especially in our position, it's like
I want to play it. Yeah, I want to have people be able to tag it. But if it wasn't for that, honestly, I would say fuck DSPs 100%. That's
probably
Fuck DSPs.
So let us know. You got the opportunity now. Where can we find you? You got new music dropping. No Pressure Records. You guys got the podcast.
Oh it's so much art. I go by the name of CM McDuff. I'm a rapper from Moreno Valley, California. I just dropped a new album with my guy Els Run It Up, and it's titled God Don't Make Mistakes. Nope. It's available now on Bandcamp. The link is in my bio on Instagram at CM McDuff. And you could purchase the album for $25. It's an experience. It's dope. And
it's good.
Yeah, No Pressure Records. Make sure you subscribe and turn that notification bell on. And that's where all the podcast content, the rap ciphers, the where you would see a plethora of artists from different backgrounds and music from the IE and especially Moreno Valley. That's where they're at. That's what this is, what these platforms are for us. You know what I'm saying? So this is for us. So yeah, No Pressure Records. CM McDuff. It's a whole lot.
Hey man,
new music
like
on
we
the
said,
way.
you always got something going on. We appreciate having you.
Thank you.
Definitely gonna have you when the industry crashes.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have you come back, man. But
I love that.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks. This was fun. I guess we can say you passed, man. You didn't crush under the weight.
Oh no, yeah.
we kept it light. Yeah. We kept it light, but this is fun.
Yeah, I've seen some of y'all clips. I was getting a little nervous. I'm like, oh shit.
This is the first time we had a non, because we had our boy Tristan on. We had Kenya come on. You've had Peter Kamar. Those guys are kind of already.
Every episode has its own different vibe. You know, this is like, man, this is one of the chillest dudes I know, man. We had to keep this thing, you know, smooth, and you know, you got a new project coming out and stuff. We can't, you know.
Hey man, he might gain some more fans.
Oh yeah, we going viral. We going viral.
But yeah, man. So you heard the man. Go follow him on all platforms.
All that.
Go find No Pressure Records on YouTube and check out their episodes and all that stuff. You know where we're at on Instagram at Fourth Wall Show. Find us on the Fourth Wall Podcast Show on YouTube. But yeah, I'm CJ. You can find me on my Instagram. My boy Taus, you can find him on his. Any last words before we go, bro?
Look, man. Again, a lot of what we doing right now, fuel to the fire, man. This the man that put the city on. So just
talk about it.
Really appreciative to have my boy on, and you know, just looking forward to what this dude got coming out and carry the city to the next echelon, man. So just grateful, blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Likewise.
And to you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Till then, good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Murders.
Yeah. That was cool.